Howdy y'all, you got the Bulldog on the channel. We're dealing with a basket case here, and I figured I'd show you real quick on this because this is what I found. Whenever you buy one of them Craigslist specials off the internet, just expect that you're going to end up going through the entire thing. This is one of my customers from home, bought it online, got a real good deal on it. Maybe. But everywhere I have looked on this truck, I have found things done haphazardly, wrong. Basically, the truck's been butcher bobbed together. And every single system I have gone into, I have had to not only fix a problem that was a result of normal wear and tear, but fix somebody else's fixes that were just thrown at it to make it, go. Here's a bolt that was cross-threaded into one of the rear hubs that holds the axle in. You see we had to weld a nut on top of it. Fortunately, there was a little bit sticking out, but we had to weld a nut on top of it and heat up the hub so that we could get this thing out and then retap the hole. It was a mess. But that's really not the purpose of this video. That's just to show you that's what I'm dealing with. But here's what I want to show you. These here are the nuts that hold together the front wheel bearings on this truck. It's a first gen Dodge 93. And the heavier axles, I believe the rear on this truck is a Dana 70 or a Dana 80. I am not 100% sure. But this thing was put together with this nut on the inside, then this lock into place, and then this nut here. Here's the problem. This is the inner nut. You can tell by this pin that's sticking out of it. When you put this thing together, this nut goes against the wheel bearing on the spindle. Then you have this keeper right here with this notch in it that goes in the keyway that is on the spindle. You have to move everything around, flip this over, move it a little bit. It's a little bit of a trick to get it lined up, but you have to line it up to where this pin locks into one of these holes. That locks everything into place. This nut cannot move now. Then you take this nut here and you screw down on there, and that jam nuts everything and it holds it in place. I was simply putting brakes on this truck, just pads. It's a farm truck. He doesn't care if it makes noise, but just a pad slap on the front because the pads were low. I ended up having to take the front end apart, and I'm going to have to take the other side apart. The right side was floppy loose because somebody put this thing together with this nut on the outside with this pin pointed in, which shoved this pin up into the nut. You can see there's a hole on the backside. I had to take a punch and drive the pin back out so that it will lock again. So after driving the truck, it just rotated around, backed the wheel bearings off. It's got brand new grease in it, so somebody's greased it, but I'm still gonna have to pull both sides all apart and make sure everything was done right because of what I found here. That's something that you have to fight when you're dealing with something that's just been cobbled together. I don't really want to be mean about things, and I don't mind shade tree people. I was a shade tree guy for many years myself. What I really have a problem with is things like this. This is dangerous. If that worked out a little bit more, it can lose a wheel. That's not fun. It's dangerous. Whenever you find things like this, it eats into your time because now you can't trust any other work that's been done, and you don't know how far you're going to have to go. This truck's going to take me several days because I'm going to have to go through every system on it, and I still might miss things. I don't know what all they've done. I just know that it's a mess. I haven't even really started on the wiring in the front yet. I've rewired everything in the rear, put all new tail lights on it, trailer plug. It was bad. But now I'm going to go through the front end, make sure the wheel bearings are good, It has new grease in it, but I can't trust that they put it together right because I know they didn't put the right side together right. We'll take the left side apart and see how it looks. But this is a warning to whatever you buy on the internet. There are people out there that they don't care if they do a good job. They just want it to move and go away. When you take this to your mechanic after the purchase, you need to kind of expect them to find all kinds of things that have not been done correctly. And not only could cost you quite a bit of money, but could be dangerous if they're not addressed. So just beware, be safe, like, comment, subscribe, hit your little bell notification, share it all around. We'll talk to you later.